On June 25, 1915, in the quiet foothills of South Carolina, Darby Fulton was ordained to the gospel ministry by the Inori Presbytery of the Presbyterian Church in the U.S. It was a simple ceremony, but one that marked the beginning of a ministry that would stretch across continents and shape generations of Presbyterian mission and theology. Born in 1891 in Tennessee, Fulton grew up with a deep sense of call and conviction. He studied first at Southwestern Presbyterian University, now Rhodes College, and later at Columbia Theological Seminary in South Carolina, a stronghold of Southern Presbyterian education. Seeking further theological depth, he also completed graduate studies at Princeton Theological Seminary, where he was influenced by the evangelical zeal and Reformed scholarship of the early 20th century. Soon after his ordination, Fulton sailed to Japan in 1918 to serve as a missionary. There, in partnership with Japanese pastors and fellow Presbyterian workers, he gave himself to church planting and theological education, helping lay the groundwork for a self-sustaining Japanese church rooted in Reformed doctrine. His work was not flashy, but it was deeply faithful. After returning to the U.S. in 1925, Fulton transitioned into leadership, first as field secretary and then as executive secretary of the PCUS Board of Foreign Missions. From 1932 to 1961, he oversaw the denomination's global mission efforts, coordinating work across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. In this role, he mentored young missionaries, raised support, and emphasized that Presbyterian theology must always lead to global witness. His leadership was recognized across the church. In 1948, Fulton was elected moderator of the General Assembly, the highest office in the Presbyterian Church in the U.S., a rare honor for someone with such a strong background in missions. Even after retiring from administration, he returned to Columbia Theological Seminary, this time as a professor, training a new generation of pastors and missionaries. Throughout his life, Fulton stayed grounded in the local church, faithful to the Reformed tradition, and committed to Christ's call to the nations. Among his friends and colleagues were leaders like John Leighton Stewart, missionary to China and U.S. ambassador, and Robert Spear, the longtime secretary of the Presbyterian Board of Foreign Missions. Today, June 25th stands as more than just a date on the calendar. It marks the ordination of a man whose ministry connected Presbyterian theology with global mission, whose leadership shaped the 20th century church, and whose legacy still inspires those called to go, preach, and teach to the ends of the earth.